Diabetic Daddy 76 here with yet another recipe for the paleo lifestyle. Now, again, for some of the paleo purists out there, there's going to be two ingredients that are One being soy sauce, which there's just a minimal amount of soy sauce, so really I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue. Plus, this one in particular actually has no wheat in it. It is an organic soy sauce. But the thing of controversy that I'll be using today is agave nectar. Now, when I say agave nectar, some of the purists out there think, ooh, stay away, heavily processed. But if you do use raw organic agave nectar, yes, it is processed. But it is far more healthy than just standard agave nectar. In fact, it's as close as you're going to get to its natural state as you can in a nectar form. So yes, it was processed in order to extract the nectar. However, it is raw, it is organic, it has not been altered in any way as far as any pesticides or anything else. All the nutrients of the agave plant, pure, 100% here. So, and the fact that it's a very low glycemic index sweetener, I'm sorry, but to the paleo people out there who might be upset by this, I refuse to walk away from a very valid source of diabetic dieting. So what am I making today? Well, most of us who eat meat usually like to change things up a little bit. I tend to love making marinades. I love marinating my steaks, especially my venison. There's nothing like having a great marinade for your venison, and today I'm going to make my ever so famous balsamic vinaigrette marinade that is great for all meats. It's wonderful with beef, it's wonderful with venison, it's great on elk, if I'm going to be honest. Now, as you can see, I have this empty bottle here. It was a juice bottle, and now that we're done with the juice, we're going to go ahead and recycle it. So I'm going to go ahead and mix all my ingredients into this bottle right here. So what you're going to need to make this vinaigrette is a container to hold it in. A funnel would be handy to have. You're going to need some extra virgin olive oil, soy sauce, garlic. I do prefer using organic. If ever I can use organic, I will use that first and foremost. Agave nectar, balsamic vinegar, and green onions. Again, if you can get these in organic, go for them. Daughter?
I like that you're eating healthy.
You like that I'm eating healthy? My little girl's back there. She doesn't want to do anything on video, but she does want it to be known that she's happy that I'm eating healthy. I'm just going to take these onions, I'm going to go ahead and stuff them into this bottle. Some of you may recall me talking about onions in an earlier video post and all the health benefits. They are numerous, and what I have done is I've actually posted an article on my Google Plus account, which you can look up under Joe Diabetic. That's my Google Plus. You know, I should get smart. I'm going to start linking it down in the description so you guys can look it up. But yeah, there I've posted an article on all the health benefits of onions. Onions of all varieties. I mean, you know, it's so many different types of onions out there. So, please feel free to check out my Google Plus account. Go ahead and add me to one of your circles if you'd like. I'll add you right back. Now, I've got my onions in here. Yay! Now what I'm doing is I'm actually making enough vinaigrette to last me for possibly 3 meals. So, I'll give you the rough breakdown of this marinade. It is 1/4 cup balsamic vinegar, 1/4 cup of the olive oil. It is 1½ tablespoons. I'm actually going to make it 2 tablespoons of agave nectar. It is 1½ tablespoons of soy sauce. It is 2 cloves of garlic, and the recipe that I use usually calls for 4 green onions. Okay, so let's get this madness rolling here, huh? I'm basically making 4 servings worth of this marinade. it probably won't last very long. This is actually one of my more favorite marinades to use with my recipes. Now, since I use the pre-minced garlic for ease of use, basically, I just guesstimate how much 2 cloves are going to be. I've already added the olive oil. Now I've added the onions, the garlic. I'm going to add the balsamic vinegar now. Okay, so I just finished adding the balsamic vinegar. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and add soy sauce. Now since I'm doing, I said 4 times, this is a quadruple batch here, I'm actually going to do 6 tablespoons. Now don't tell the wife I used her organic soy sauce. She gets real possessive of it. I'll have to order more in. Then, go ahead and use 8 tablespoons of the agave nectar. It's probably going to be a little less. A lot of that agave nectar sticks in the spoon. So basically what I have now is my marinade. Ta-da! Delicious marinade, which I'm going to use on some wonderful venison steaks that I got. See, shake it up, shake it up. You should have a really good caramel colored marinade. Now how I like to use this marinade, everyone pretty much has it's pretty simple, you marinate it. You can marinate things in this for as little as an hour to as much. My preferred method is at least 12 hours, 24 hours is even better. What it does is it gets into the meat, and on the meats where you do have fat, it does glaze and caramelize. It's a very good glazing on the meat. So, here you go, 100% diabetic friendly balsamic marinade that is paleo friendly, provided you don't get too caught up on the fact that I'm using agave nectar. Remember, raw, organic agave nectar. Now that I've made a mess, I guess it's time for me to clean up. So until next time, this is Diabetic Daddy 76 saying stay healthy, and I'll see you later. Here we are, just over 12 hours later. I've used that same marinade to marinate these beautiful cuts of meat. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to cook them real quick and steam some broccoli, maybe even saute some zucchini. And we'll mix it in maybe with some raw cauliflower. And that'll be my lunch.